Happy Taco Tuesday, everyone. You know the day of the week it is. Guys, I am currently back home in Orlando. I'm at a place called Agua Azul. They have a couple of locations in Central Florida. I came to the Winter Park location. It's the closest one to my house. And the reason I came to Agua Azul is because they have something that I have found in no other Mexican restaurant. There, they have taco cups. Let me show you. Aren't they cute? Taco cups. And let me take one out. They're like in little shot glasses. Are those not cute? They got guacamole. I got 2 carne asada. I believe there's a chicken option. Caramelized onions. And I'm going to take a little shot in a few moments. But contact. So bear with me too because I have music playing. I have traffic behind me. So I'm going to speak a little louder. So while in Vegas at the Fuse conference, I was told that I am a storyteller. I was like, what? But that's cool. I'll take it. So, story time, you guys. I made a taco video the Tuesday before the hurricane hit Florida. And in that video, I had mentioned that I was making a decision whether to cut out early from Central Florida to avoid the hurricane because I have 2 conferences and commitments back to back. Well, shortly after that video, got a text from Southwest Airlines. My flight the next morning was canceled, and to get your butt to the airport if you want to get out of Florida. So right at that moment, got on a phone call, called customer service, got a great representative. Her name was Jasmine, and she's like, if you get to the airport right now, we can get you out. Mind you, it was like 1:50 in the afternoon, and the flight they were trying to get me on was at 3:15. And I do live fairly close to the airport, but man, that was cutting it close. But, I claimed it, and Jasmine encouraged me, and so I did it. Went to my house, gathered my things, had to take my son because school was closing down for the hurricane, and I got Mateo, made it to the airport parking garage at 2:53. Mind you, the flight again leaves at 3:15. And I just was like, you know what? If it's your will, Lord, it will happen. So Mateo and I run into MCO to Orlando with our bags and everything. We're sweating, okay, at this point. And I just remembered I have Clear and Mateo doesn't. However, the Clear representative was very cool. Don't worry about it. Got us through. And then I made it to the security line. Now, it wasn't super duper packed, but there were people ahead of us. And sorry about that. And at that moment, I turned and looked at my son, Mateo, and I wanted to quit. And Mateo, at that moment, man, he made me so proud. He took initiative, he grabbed his app, and he went to everyone in front of us like, hey, our flight's leaving in a couple of minutes. Can you help us out? And sure enough, it restored faith in humanity, and everyone was so kind enough to let us through. Got through security, running to the gate, got on the little tram, running to the gate. I told Mateo, because Mateo currently is 6'2", and I was like, get your butt to the gate and hold the door open for mama. I need to work out. So by the grace of God, he got to the gate, was holding it, and we made it. I stepped onto the plane, and when I stepped onto the plane, like all this relief came off me. It was so stressful, so much emotions. Mateo and I were sweating. The flight attendant that greeted us, she was so kind. She said, it's going to be okay. They helped us to our seat. Another flight attendant from the back. Again, shout out to Southwest. You guys, amazing, amazing customer service. Another flight attendant came and gave Mateo and I glasses of water and just told us to relax. And as we took off, mind you, I'm taking off. And before I left my house, I took 2 things. Because I didn't know what was going to happen. I don't know the severity of the hurricane. I took my insurance policy and 1 heirloom from my grandmother, who's the most important person in my life. And she was in my life. And so those are the only things. And as I'm taking off, the feeling I had in my heart and inside me of not knowing what I was going to come back to, man, you know, that really just, it hurt. That flight, which by the way, I was heading to Nashville. There's a house there that I feel safe and secure. And so I ended up heading out there. And then from there went to Vegas, and then Vegas went to Scottsdale. But I tell you all this, you guys, because I know when I put out content, when I put out video, that it's always positive, and I kind of give you like the rainbows and Skittle versions. But behind the scenes, it's hard sometimes. You guys, I have my own company. I'm a single mom. I have multiple properties. And sometimes what it takes for me to get to a client, because the Vegas event was for a client, and then of course I was speaking at Housing Wire, but my commitment and my dedication to the mortgage industry, to my clients, you'll find in no other. So you guys, happy Taco Tuesday. Always sending light and positivity to all. This too shall pass. And really quickly, I will be at MBA Annual back in Nashville. And Progress in Lending has been so gracious enough to invite me on a panel, which is Sunday, October 23rd. It's at 2:30. It's at the Hilton Garden. Go to my LinkedIn page. You'll find all the information, RSVP. And I want to see you in Nashville. You guys, again, happy Taco Tuesday. Always sending light and positivity to all. This too shall pass. Let me take a bite. Woohoo! Oh, look at that. Look at that. Eat your taco, folks. Bye.